Throughout history, secret societies have fascinated and terrified, blending truth, myth, and conspiracy, often rumored to hold hidden power and ancient knowledge. 1. The Illuminati origin and founding. The Illuminati was founded on May 1, 1776, in Bavaria, modern-day Germany, by Adam Weishaupt, a professor of canon law at the University of Ingolstadt. Weishaupt, a former Jesuit, sought to create a society that would promote Enlightenment ideals such as reason, secularism, and individual liberty. The goal was to combat the influence of the Catholic Church and the political power structures of the time, including monarchies. Structure and beliefs. The Illuminati's core philosophy was grounded in Enlightenment principles, advocating for scientific inquiry, the rejection of religious dogma, and the advancement of human rights. The society initially attracted intellectuals, politicians, and Freemasons. The order's structure was hierarchical, with members progressing through various ranks. At its peak, the Illuminati reportedly had several thousand members across Europe. Key symbols. The Illuminati is most often associated with symbols such as the all-seeing eye and the pyramid, which are featured on the reverse side of the Great Seal of the United States. These symbols are often cited in conspiracy theories, although there is no definitive evidence linking the Illuminati to any global elite or controlling interest. Fall and suppression. The Bavarian government, alarmed by the Illuminati's growing influence, outlawed the group in 1785. The Illuminati formally disbanded, and many of its records were seized. However, conspiracy theories suggest that the Illuminati did not disappear but went underground, continuing to operate secretly for centuries. Myths and legacy. Over the years, the Illuminati has been the subject of countless conspiracy theories. These theories suggest that the Illuminati controls global politics, economics, and media, orchestrating world events to further their agenda. Its supposed control over powerful individuals in governments, businesses, and entertainment has made the group a focal point for those who believe in a shadowy global elite. While there is no evidence to support these claims, the Illuminati's name has become synonymous with secret power structures. 2. Freemasons' origin and founding. The origins of the Freemasons are debated, but the society is generally believed to have evolved from the medieval stonemason guilds of Europe. Formal Freemason lodges began to emerge in the early 1700s in England and Scotland. The Freemasons are often described as one of the oldest and largest fraternal organizations in the world. Structure and beliefs. Freemasonry is a fellowship of men who are bound together by shared values, such as brotherhood, charity, and personal development. The organization's secret rituals and symbols, including the square and compass, are used to teach moral lessons and promote self-improvement. Freemasonry is not a religion, though it requires its members to believe in a higher power. The Freemasons also emphasize charity and community service, with lodges often engaged in local charitable endeavors. The organization operates on a hierarchical structure, with various levels or degrees that members can attain through participation in rituals. Key symbols. The Freemasons are perhaps best known for their use of symbols, like the square and compass, the all-seeing eye, and the apron. These symbols are used in rituals, and are associated with their philosophical and moral teachings. The G in the center of the square and compass is said to represent both God and geometry. Myths and mystery. Freemasonry has long been the subject of conspiracy theories, particularly in regard to its alleged influence over world events. Some claim that the Freemasons are involved in political manipulation, controlling world governments, or attempting to establish a new world order. These theories have been fueled by the secretive nature of the organization and its high-profile members, including U.S. presidents, royalty, and other influential figures. While much of this is speculative, the fact that Freemasonry is secretive about its rituals and membership has led to widespread suspicion. The group's inclusion in popular media, particularly in works like the Da Vinci Code, has cemented its place in conspiracy lore. Legacy. Freemasonry remains active today, with millions of members around the world. Despite its decline in membership over the past century, it continues to influence various sectors, particularly in local communities, through charity and fellowship. The secrecy surrounding its rituals and membership continues to fuel both admiration and suspicion. 3. The Rosicrucians' origin and founding. The Rosicrucian movement first emerged in the early 17th century, though its mythical origins are said to date back to ancient Egypt, or even Atlantis. The Rosicrucians became widely known through 3 manifestos published between 1614 and 1617 in Germany. These documents called for a spiritual and scientific reformation of society. The group's name is derived from the Latin word rosa, rose, and crux, cross, symbolizing the integration of Christian mysticism and alchemical knowledge. Beliefs and philosophy. The Rosicrucians are often associated with mystical and esoteric teachings, including alchemy, Kabbalah, astrology, and sacred geometry. The group espoused a belief in spiritual enlightenment and the pursuit of hidden knowledge. Its members were seen as practitioners of ancient wisdom, seeking to unlock the mysteries of the universe through a combination of science, spirituality, and magic. Myths and mystery. The Rosicrucians became a key influence on later occult movements. Some conspiracy theories suggest that they possess hidden knowledge about the nature of reality, and that they were behind major scientific and philosophical developments throughout history. Their teachings, which were often secretive and mysterious, led many to believe that they held ancient forbidden knowledge, especially about alchemy and immortality. One of the most enduring myths surrounding the Rosicrucians is their supposed connection to the Holy Grail or other sacred relics, such as the Ark of the Covenant. These ideas, however, remain speculative and have been perpetuated through various novels, films, and works of fiction. Legacy. Though the Rosicrucian order faded in the 18th century, their influence can still be felt in contemporary esoteric movements. They were foundational in the development of Western occultism, influencing groups like the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, Theosophy, and even modern New Age spirituality. 4. Skull and Bones' origin and founding. Skull and Bones was founded in 1832 at Yale University by William Huntington Russell and Alphonso Taft, with the aim of creating an exclusive society for elite students. The society was intended to serve as a networking hub for future political and business leaders. Beliefs and practices. Skull and Bones is known for its secretive nature and its highly ritualistic and bizarre initiation ceremonies. New members, called initiates, are inducted in a ceremony that involves the tomb, a building where the group meets. The society's activities and rituals are kept largely secret, but it is known that they emphasize loyalty, secrecy, and brotherhood. Myths and mystery. The Skull and Bones Society is surrounded by rumors of its members' secret influence over global events. Conspiracy theorists claim that the group has played a key role in shaping U.S. foreign policy and business practices, citing the prominent members who have gone on to hold high-ranking positions in government, including 2 U.S. presidents, George H.W. Bush and George W. Bush. Another infamous myth is the claim that the society secretly controls global finance and other key sectors of society. Some even allege that Skull and Bones is tied to darker practices, such as the occult or Satanism, due to the society's use of cryptic symbols and mysterious rituals. Legacy. Despite its secrecy, Skull and Bones has had a lasting impact on American politics and business. Many prominent figures, including John Kerry and William Howard Taft, have been members. The group continues to operate at Yale, and while its influence may be more symbolic than conspiratorial, it remains an emblem of elite power in America. 5. The Knights Templar origin and founding. The Knights Templar was founded in 1119 AD during the Crusades in Jerusalem. The original purpose of the order was to protect Christian pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land. The Templars were given permission by the Pope to raise funds and build fortresses, quickly amassing wealth and land. Beliefs and practices. The Templars followed a monastic code, combining military discipline with religious devotion. They took vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience, and were known for their distinctive white mantles adorned with a red cross. The order was both a military force and a religious brotherhood, with knights and chaplains working together. Myths and mystery. The Knights Templar were suppressed in the early 14th century by King Philip IV of France, who was heavily in debt to the order. In 1307, Philip ordered the arrest of all Templars in France, accusing them of heresy, idolatry, and blasphemy. Many Templars were tortured and executed, but rumors about the order persisted. One of the most enduring myths is that the Templars possessed the Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, or other sacred relics, and that they went underground to protect these artifacts. Other theories claim that the Templars founded Freemasonry, or are the keepers of a hidden bloodline of Jesus Christ. Legacy. The Knights Templar have remained a symbol of mystery and intrigue. Many modern-day secret societies, including the Freemasons, claim to be the spiritual heirs of the Templars. They have been romanticized in literature, films, and conspiracy theories as guardians of hidden knowledge and ancient power. 6. The Priory of Sion. Origin and founding. The Priory of Sion claims to have been founded in 1099, in the wake of the First Crusade, with the purpose of guarding the secret bloodline of Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene. According to legend, the group's founders were knights who sought to protect this sacred lineage from the Church, which they believed had suppressed the true story of Christianity. The priory was thought to have been a secret order of protectors, working to safeguard and protect the descendants of Jesus and Magdalene, known as the Merovingian dynasty. However, much of this history is based on later claims, particularly by Pierre Plantard, a Frenchman who resurrected the priory in the mid-20th century, as part of a conspiracy theory involving royal bloodlines and sacred knowledge. Beliefs and practices. The priory's teachings are centered around the belief that the true legacy of Christianity has been hidden for centuries. This includes the idea that Jesus and Mary Magdalene were married and had children, with their descendants hidden away to avoid persecution. The priory is said to have safeguarded this secret, and their role was to eventually reveal it when the time was right. The priory's alleged connection to the Holy Grail and the Ark of the Covenant has also been a cornerstone of its mythology. They are said to possess ancient knowledge that could change the course of history, including secrets of sacred geometry, mysticism, and powerful symbols. Myths and mystery. While the Priory of Sion was not publicly known before the 1950s, it gained worldwide attention when its supposed history was revealed by Pierre Plantard in the 1960s. Plantard claimed that the priory had been involved in French royal history, and that he himself was a descendant of the Merovingian bloodline. The priory was further popularized by the 1982 publication of The Holy Blood and the Holy Grail by Michael Bagent, Richard Lee, and Henry Lincoln, which suggested that the priory was actively working to reveal the bloodline of Jesus. This theory was later adopted and popularized by Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code, turning the priory into one of the most famous and enduring secret societies in modern history. Legacy. Although the Priory of Sion was ultimately exposed as a hoax created by Plantard, its myth continues to captivate people. The secret society is often discussed in the context of Christian history, ancient mysteries, and alternative theories about the origins of Western civilization. Its connection to sacred relics like the Holy Grail has made it a cornerstone of popular conspiracy theories and a symbol of hidden knowledge. 7. The Teal Society. Origin and founding. The Teal Society was founded in 1918 in Munich, Germany, after World War I, during a period of intense national upheaval and political instability. The group's name was derived from the mythical northern land of Teal, which was believed to be the origin of Aryan peoples. The society was initially a cultural and nationalist organization, with a strong emphasis on occultism, Germanic paganism, and anti-Semitic ideology. The Teal Society was one of the earliest groups to promote the idea of Aryan racial superiority and the revival of Germanic mythology. The group became influential in the formation of the German Workers' Party, which would later become the Nazi Party under Adolf Hitler. Beliefs and practices. The Thiel Society combined elements of mysticism, mythology and nationalism, believing in the supremacy of the Aryan race. The society revered ancient Germanic gods, and sought to connect the Nazi movement with the mystical traditions of the past. Some members were deeply involved in astrology, occultism, and the idea of a lost civilization that had once been the birthplace of a master race. The Thiel Society was also connected to the development of Nazi ideology, particularly in relation to the Völkisch ethnic folk movement, which sought to promote a pure Germanic identity. The society's members believed that they were chosen to bring about the rebirth of a powerful and pure Germany, based on occult beliefs and a rejection of Judaism and communism. Myths and mystery. The Thiel Society has become infamous for its role in the early days of the Nazi Party, and for its association with occultism and extreme nationalist ideologies. Some conspiracy theories suggest that the society was directly involved in the creation of the Nazi regime, or that it provided Hitler with occult guidance. One of the more persistent myths is that the Thiel Society had access to ancient esoteric knowledge, including occult rituals that were intended to harness supernatural power. The group's interest in mysticism and astrology has led some to speculate that they believed in secret technologies or hidden forces that could bring about the victory of the Aryan race. Legacy. The Thiel Society's influence on the Nazi Party is well documented, and its ideologies helped shape the early years of Hitler's regime. While the society itself faded out of existence after the rise of the Nazis, its ideology of Aryan supremacy and occultism continued to influence far-right movements throughout the 20th century. The group's connection to mysticism and the occult has made it a fascinating subject for both historians and conspiracy theorists. 8. The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. Origin and founding. The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn was founded in 1887 in London by three Freemasons, William Wynne Westcott, Samuel Liddell MacGregor Mathers, and William Robert Woodman. The Golden Dawn was a secret society dedicated to the study and practice of the occult, Kabbalah, alchemy, astrology and ceremonial magic. The Golden Dawn was organized into a series of initiation grades, each corresponding to different levels of esoteric knowledge. Its members were instructed in a variety of mystical practices and spiritual philosophies, and the group became one of the most influential occult organizations in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Beliefs and practices. The Golden Dawn's teachings were rooted in the belief that knowledge of the hidden or occult world could lead to spiritual enlightenment and personal transformation. The group's rituals combined elements of Christian mysticism, Kabbalah, Egyptian magic, and Western astrology. Initiates would progress through a series of grades, each unlocking further knowledge and practices. The Golden Dawn also placed a strong emphasis on the use of symbols, ritual magic, and meditation to achieve spiritual enlightenment. One of its key practices was the use of the tarot deck, which was seen as a tool for divination and self-discovery. Myths and mystery. The Golden Dawn has become famous for its esoteric rituals and for being the training ground of several famous occultists, including Aleister Crowley, who later became known for his controversial and often shocking practices. Crowley's involvement in the Golden Dawn and his eventual departure from the order marked a significant turning point in the organization's history. The Golden Dawn's rituals, combined with the involvement of many influential figures in the occult community, have contributed to its mystique. The group's practices were seen as highly secretive, and its teachings were often considered dangerous or forbidden. Legacy. The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn had a lasting impact on the development of Western occultism. It influenced later occult movements, including Theosophy and Wicca, and its rituals continue to be practiced by contemporary occultists. The group's focus on self-discovery, spiritual enlightenment,
and magical practices has made it one of the most enduring and influential secret societies in the world. 9. The 9 Unknown Men. Origin and founding. The 9 unknown men are said to have been founded in 273 BC by the Indian Emperor Ashoka, one of the greatest rulers in Indian history. According to legend, Ashoka, after his conversion to Buddhism, established a secret society of 9 men to safeguard and preserve the most dangerous and powerful knowledge of the world. These men were given the responsibility of guarding 9 ancient books, each of which contained knowledge that could potentially alter the course of history. Beliefs and practices. Each of the 9 books allegedly contained knowledge on a specific subject such as science, medicine, microbiology, and philosophy. Some versions of the legend suggest that these books also contained secrets of time travel, extraterrestrial contact, and alchemy. The 9 unknown men were said to be immortal or long-lived, and their task was to ensure that humanity did not misuse the knowledge contained in these texts. They worked in the shadows, influencing world events and ensuring that the dangerous knowledge did not fall into the wrong hands. Myths and mystery. The 9 unknown men are shrouded in mystery, and much of what is known about them comes from folklore and speculation. Some believe that they still exist today, operating in secret and protecting their knowledge from those who would misuse it. Others suggest that they were responsible for some of the most significant advancements in human history, though these claims are unsubstantiated. Legacy. The legend of the 9 unknown men has persisted for centuries, and they have become a symbol of hidden knowledge and power. The idea of a secret group of individuals guarding ancient wisdom continues to captivate the imagination, and the 9 unknown men are often invoked in stories of conspiracies, secret societies, and hidden histories. 10. Opus Dei. Origin and founding. Opus Dei, meaning Work of God, was founded in 1928 by José María Escrivá in Spain. Escrivá sought to create an organization that would encourage laypeople to live their Christian faith in their everyday lives, particularly through their work. Opus Dei was intended to be a counterbalance to the secularization of society, promoting holiness and spiritual growth through ordinary, secular activities. Beliefs and practices. Opus Dei emphasizes personal sanctity, with members striving to become saints through their daily activities. Members are encouraged to offer up their work and sufferings to God, viewing their professional and personal lives as opportunities for spiritual growth. The organization also places a strong emphasis on asceticism, self-discipline, and the practice of mortification, which involves voluntarily embracing physical discomfort or denying oneself luxuries in order to grow closer to God. Myths and mystery. Opus Dei has been the subject of controversy due to its secretive nature and its perceived influence within the Catholic Church. Critics have accused the organization of being elitist, cult-like, and excessively controlling of its members. The group's use of corporal mortification, particularly the practice of using a cilice, a spiked instrument worn on the thigh, and a discipline, a whip used for self-flagellation, has sparked public debate and concern. Legacy. Opus Dei remains one of the most influential Catholic organizations in the world, with members in many countries. While its teachings have been praised by some for promoting spiritual discipline, it continues to be a polarizing group, with its secretive nature and practices fueling both admiration and suspicion.